Yay, we're both recording. You can do the introduction.
I have to do intro? Fuck that.
That's an intro.
Yeah, okay. There you go. That's perfect right there.
Excellent. So, what have you been up to?
Way to introduce yourself, you asshole.
They know who I am by now.
I am the best person on the planet because I have background noise. I'm Jason. That is Josh. Stefan is busy this week, so we're just doing kind of a filler cast until he comes back, which will be probably next week, so don't really consider it as he's dead.
It's a
He's not dead,
Fillercast.
to my knowledge. Yeah, Fillercast. It's like a filibust, only we're not talking forever, because that would just be painful and obnoxious. I have been up to this cider donut that I'm about to shove in my mouth.
A what flavored donut?
A cider-flavored donut.
So
they make cider donuts with apple cider, and that's what's going into my mouth.
Excellent.
Yes, it is.
So I've been playing Nuzlocke.
Have you?
I have. I thought you knew this.
No, you told me last week you have been, but I didn't know how far you've gotten.
I've I am roughly... I've just finished over in Celestic Town.
Okay, that's what, Gym Badge 4?
I've beaten Wake, so 5, I think. I've forgotten who the
Okay.
5th gym is, though. Oh, no, I've beaten the Ghost type, so I'm up to Gym 6.
Okay, that makes sense. And you're in Black too?
No, I'm playing Pearl.
Oh, Pearl. Fuck, yeah.
Pearl.
I can clearly... You can tell my brain is 100% here tonight.
Exactly. No, I'm playing Pearl, and my team consists of... Well, my main Pokemon in my team is a Luxray,
Good call.
because my starter's dead.
Aw, man, what did you do?
I got one hit killed by a hidden power that was super effective against me.
Oh, that blows.
Yeah. It's like,
Wait,
well...
you had Piplup, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that sucks.
But don't worry, I have a water type now.
Okay, who's your water type?
Quagsire.
Who do you got? Tell me who you got.
Okay. I have a Luxray, which is my ace at the moment. I have a Quagsire. I have a Girafarag. A Machoke.
Girafarig?
Whatever.
Girafarig.
I don't know how to
say
say
it.
it.
With me.
Girafarig.
Yeah. There you go.
So I have a Girafarig. I have a Machoke.
Nice.
I have a Haunter. And I have a Graveler.
Wow.
I really
All right,
wish I really wish that I was able to trade them and get decent Pokemon.
That blows, buddy, but you know the rules.
This being said, I really want to because I've had Geodude, well, the Graveler, since I kind of lost.
First couple of rolls.
Yeah, like since I kind of may have lost Piplup near there, and I was that was like it was that and Shinx that I had to get through the first gym. So needless to say, when I learned Magnitude, it was actually helpful. So yeah. But now it knows Earthquake, and it's awesome. So, and I'm sitting there and it's like, it wants to learn self-destruct. It's like, that won't be happening.
Oh, come on. You could go out in a blaze of glory in the Elite Four if you teach it that. Or the
I'll wait
champion,
till Explosion.
whatever.
I'll wait till Explosion.
Yeah, good call.
Now, this being
Give it a
said, if
normal
I
gem.
use self-destruct and it kills the Pokemon... It's still cheating, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, if I was to use self-destruct and then I kill myself, but I also kill the one that I was trying to kill, does that count as me dying?
Yes, of course. It's dead in your party. It's dead.
Okay. But there was a part where I needed to actually go and catch, like a mercy catch, because I needed to teach something cut, and nothing I could learn cut.
That's one of the rules, too. If you have to do mercy test, you have to.
So I had them in my party to get through a few routes, and then I had to release them. But yeah, I'm doing okay now. The only thing I haven't taught anyone is defog so far, so far so good. But you don't need defog.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're still living. I really, honestly couldn't tell whether you were going to be able to in your current state of mind, but at the same time,
What do you mean my
good
current
job.
state of mind?
Well, last week you had so many fucking questions, I swear to God you'd already, died. And at that point I was just like, well, he's fucked, whatever.
No, I'm doing okay. My objective is to beat the Elite Four, and then I'm quitting. And then I'm playing by my normal rules where I can do whatever I want.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
At the same time, if at that point, I would just restart again and go through it again normally because... Oh, excuse me, I burped.
Why? Because I don't have a starter.
Because you don't have a... Well, your starter's going to be shit leveled at that point.
Just use a freaking Lucky Egg or an AXP share and do the Elite Four again. It's not that hard.
I'm not saying it's not easy to level it up. It's just painful sometimes. And at the same time, after beating the Elite Four and not having much to do, I found it extremely tedious just to sit there leveling shit.
Well, this being said, what is the end of Pearl? Or is there a way to finish the Nuzlocke, or is the Elite Four considered the end?
That as soon as you beat the champion in any game, it's considered the end.
Except for, I would have said except for Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Well, even then, some people just do it to that point. It's not a big deal either way.
I see.
Mm-hmm. But again, don't take that as you must stop here. If you think of something that's more fun and exciting to do, do it. You might as well. Why not have fun?
This being said, I'm supposed to release Pokemon after they're dead, aren't they?
No.
I thought
the common misconception is release them. Ultimately, you could just do what everybody else does and stick them in the PC box and leave them there.
What, that says dead? Or death?
Yeah, the dead PC box, the death PC box, whatever you want to call it.
I have released everything that's died.
Oh, gee. Did you release your starter?
Yes.
Okay, then you definitely want to restart and do it normally, you idiot.
Oh, I don't have to. If worse comes to worse and I want to keep playing through Pearl, I can just get them off my diamond and breed some eggs. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but the eggs take fuckwell forever. That's exactly why I don't sit around breeding starters to fill other people's trade requests for the Global Trading Center. Because it takes forever to hatch an egg. I would definitely do it because there are some Pokemon that I just want instead of, need. But everybody only asks for, a level 100 Dialga or a level 100 X or Y or Z. I don't care what you want. But at the same time, I could easily get one if I wanted to spend the time forever waiting for an egg to hatch.
This being said, I don't think the GTS works anymore in Pearl and Diamond or Platinum.
I couldn't tell you whether it did or not. I haven't tried it.
Oh, well, I tried to go in there to I was just mucking around and training up, and I thought, screw it, I'll go have a look on the GTS. I wasn't actually going to trade for anything. I just wanted to see if it worked, and it was either my connection or it just doesn't work anymore.
I would be able to tell you, but Sonia has my Soul Silver, so I can't tell you whether GTS is working.
I'm not sure, but I know that. Well, I'm not even sure if the Wi-Fi trading works anymore because I was going to cheat. I was going to cheat and see if someone can help me get a friggin' Gengar, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand.
This being said, I've got some really bad nicknames.
Of course you do.
Well, there's the common one for an electric type. You'd call it Sparky, which is obviously what my Luxray is called. But then I've got friggin', I think I called Girafarig Zorse. Girafarig. I think I called it Zorse.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. It sounded cool in my head. Then my friggin' Golem, my Graveler is called Rock Solid or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what everybody names them. It's rock this, rock that, rock out, rock on.
Rock hard,
rock solid.
On my YouTube channel, I did a Let's Play Pokemon Silver, and I had a Quagsire in that. So I named my Quagsire in this. In my Silver run through on the Let's Play, I called it Clappy. So in this, I've called it Clappy Junior.
Okay. Why did you call it Clappy? That sounds like
because
an STD.
If you go back and look at what it looks like in Silver, it looks kind of
like it's clapping.
I was gonna say it looks kind of retarded. So yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's great.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
You're a great person, Josh. Did I ever tell you that?
Oh, you have all the time. So let's talk about Ruby.
Okay. What about it?
Furnaces or I don't know what they're called.
What?
Furnaces, the rabbit chick.
Oh my god. Alright. So I've seen enough shit about her on the internet already. It's plagued Facebook, the Rooster Teeth site. It's even on fucking YouTube for non-rabbity reasons. I'm already tired of it. Enough. It was great Monty added a funny bunny-headed looking race. I really feel like he's been playing Animal Crossing and that's why he did it. But seriously, don't give a crap. Whatever.
That's all I had to say about that episode was I was a rabbit person. But if you go back and listen to the first episode, they called her a faunus or something, and then there was a civil rights protest of the first episode.
Didn't even notice.
So, like, if you go back and watch the first episode, it's like, the fauna symbol, right, like, something to do with the white fang, and then that was what she was? Like, she was that kind of species or something? I don't know.
Yep. No, I understand. I'll have to go back and watch to be sure, but ultimately, wahoo, it's another character in the mix. It's not that big of a deal to me.
And now people are speculating that because of what Blake looks like, she might be part.
I'd highly doubt that one, but then again, I could be wrong.
Well, a lot of people say that she looks like a friggin' cat.
Yeah, so I could say that about any one of them if you add cat ears.
Yeah, but like the fact that her eyes and stuff, I don't know. I'm just saying what people say.
Whatever. I mean, Monty clearly has a plan. I will leave him to do it correctly.
Okay.
But yeah, what else is new in the world? The new Pokemon game comes out in 13 days. 13 days, buddy.
I haven't pre-ordered mine, but I'm getting it for free, so I don't really need to.
Why are you getting it for free? I'm intrigued.
The copy of Saints Row 4 that I got, the DLC didn't work, and I sent a message to the people who I bought it from on eBay. They're like an online game store, and then they gave me like I paid like $70 for the game. They give me like a $100 refund, like in-store credit refund. So I'm just going to get Pokemon Y and I think Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. What?
Please don't. Save yourself the humanity. Fallout, as much as it is a pretty good game,
I need to 100% it. I have like 10 achievements left in it, and it's just pissing me off the fact that I don't have the DLC. So I'm pretty much just doing it for the DLC, and then I'm probably just going to like either give it to a friend or sell it to a friend or something.
Yeah, I just don't consider it worth it, but c'est la vie.
As I said, I'm still getting a free copy of Pokemon Y out of it. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, okay.
Well, is it really? It's not really free though, is it? It is, but it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting, like, as I said, a $100 refund for like a $70 game, which is cool.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway. What are you getting, X or Y? What are you going to play through?
What
are you going to play through? You said that you...
Both!
No.
I'm going to get both and play through both.
Yeah, but which one's going to be your first run-through?
Definitely Y, because I appreciate the fucking dragon before I appreciate another fucking deer.
It's not a dragon, it's a dark flying type.
Whatever. I appreciate it more than I appreciate a fucking deer. We've already got 4 of them, and they all suck dick. I'm tired of seeing them in competitive play. I'm tired of seeing them in general.
Who are you talking
They're done.
about? Who's the
hell
fourth one? You're not talking about Keldeo, because he's a horse.
No, he's not, you fucking retard.
And you could also talk about the friggin' I've forgotten what the ones, like the seasonal ones are called.
Yes, them too. They're just another deer added to the mix of fucking deer that suck dick.
And then you have Stantler, but he's a cool one because he was in Gen 2.
Stantler was okay, but he was never used, and he's not that great. So
yeah, but he's a cool one because he was in Gen 2.
He's still another deer, antler type, whatever you want to call him, type Pokemon that I really have had enough of seeing online.
Okay, then. Did you see the evolution to Honedge?
Yes, it goes from 1 sword to 2 swords, and it goes from blue to pink. Talk about going fabulous on somebody. And I mean, ultimately, from the description I read in the Pokedex, or the Pokedex description of it that they released for Honedge was a like broken spirit that I'm not going to be able to say it right. Hold on, I will go look it up just to be able to quote. Give me.
Don't worry about it. No one really cares that much.
Everybody cares. Everybody loves me. All right.
Yeah, everybody loves you, considering that they haven't asked you for any more advice.
Here. Shut up. So the Pokedex description of it is known as Honedge. It is known that Honedge comes into being when a departed spirit possesses a sword that once belonged to humans. It can use the blue cloth attached to its hilt to be as nimble as an arm. Pokemon trainers who carelessly take the blade in hand might find the blue cloth wrapping itself around, I guess, its arm or whatever you grapple it from, and draining their energy.
Dude, Pokemon, Pokédex entries are dark. Like, some of them are, really dark. And then, you watch a TV show, and it's like, why is this not in here?
I want to say, or why is the actual description not there?
It's like, I want to say Ash die.
No, that'd be horrible.
You know what?
And I hope he never catches one of these things because it's just not that cool.
Yeah, well, this being said, it's got the classic things like you add 2 more Diglett and then you get a Dugtrio. You add a 2 more Magnets, you get a Magneton.
Yes.
You could say you flip a Pokeball upside down, you have an Electrode. Or a Voltorb.
Yeah.
Either way.
No, you're right. At the same time, Sonia was over tonight, and she was playing, she was continuing her playthrough of Black. I think she is Black.
As I said, I don't like the original Black and White games.
I could care less either way.
Dude, there's not enough previous gen stuff in them.
Yeah,
and again, you could say the same thing about Diamond,
Pearl, and Platinum. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's because I don't know why people hate on Black and White that much. As I said, I love Black and White 2, but I don't like Black and White 1. I don't know why I don't like Black and White 1.
I can't tell you. Ultimately, though, she was playing through, and she's like, I keep running into fungus because they all look like Pokeballs. And I was like, yep. And
well, don't click on them.
Well, she's running through that area, and she's like, I need items, and she just tries to start picking stuff up, and that's what happens.
Don't worry, she'll like it even later on when there's Amoonguses.
Oh, yeah, it'll only get better.
Yeah, I don't even remember that happening in Black and White 2.
I do. It was less often, but it still happened.
The subject of stuff in Black and White 2, I don't like how early they chuck the friggin' deer at you.
Yeah, and?
Because, like, the first time I played through Black and White 2, I didn't I didn't think you could fight them that early, and I went up and spoke to the first one, and I didn't save it before I spoke to it, and I'm like, well, there goes Cobalion. Mm-hmm. I'm not backtracking 5 hours. I'll just get you off my other game.
Wah, poor baby.
But you understand what I'm getting at, right? It's like, why did they chuck him there so early?
Because they're trying to appeal to kids. They're not appealing to hardcore gamers like me, us, whatever, where we play to play. We don't play to, like, sit around and go, oh, it's so cute.
We play to, save it and yell at the game when you have to keep stuff resetting.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that on a 3DS?
That's why I believe so.
I wonder what the combination is.
Same concept.
I wonder what the combination is.
RLBY, probably.
I don't know. I'll look it up
and
later.
Maybe start.
I'll look it up when I have to do it for X and Y.
There you go. Ultimately, though, no, the one thing I want to see come out of X and Y is the ability to turn on hard mode immediately and not have to beat the game first.
I thought you were going to say the one thing that you want to see out of X and Y was not more deer.
Oh, I want to see no more deer as well.
It's going to be also interesting to see how Megas affect the competitive play. You know what we should do? And you're probably going to laugh at me for suggesting this. Straight after we beat the Elite Four, we should verse each other with our Elite Four team, like before we do any more training to them.
That's fine. I'll do it.
I'll do it too. Bring it.
Do we want to set a level cap?
No. We'll just it has to be the team that you beat the Elite Four with no training after.
Well, at that point, I'm going to train them up to level 100 beforehand and roll you over with 2.
No,
so that's why I was asking.
Don't be that much of a dick.
Well, the usual way to do it in that case, because I've done this once before with one of my other friends.
We should also set a no legendaries.
All right, that's fine. I don't care. The way we did it was your Pokemon have to beat the Elite Four. It has to be that team. But if you do beat them, you can train them up to level X. That way, you're on an even battleground. So I will phrase it as, I will beat the Elite Four with my team, but I'm going to say all of them have to be up to level, 55. Well, they don't have to be 55, but if you want to train them up to level 55 afterwards, that's fine.
Well, we don't exactly know what level the Elite Fours are going to be on. It may be a level 60 thing that we need to get to.
But if you can beat the Elite Four with level 40s, then beat them with the 40s, and then we'll cap the level at 45. Again, I don't know. We haven't seen enough of it yet to know for sure, but that's the way I would do it.
We should figure this out, the week of or the week prior.
Well, the week of or prior, you're not going to hear from me because I'm going to be going hard on it because I'm supposed to be writing reviews for it, too.
I don't mean it like that. I mean, the week before it comes out when everybody starts doing Let's Plays of it when they download ROMs.
It's not going to come...
The Japanese...
They're globally releasing it on October 12th for U.S.
And Australia.
Or whatever. It's globally released that day. So no one's going to have anything else of it beforehand. That's why I'm telling you, we might as well establish a baseline now because no one's going to know beforehand.
Someone will have a leak. I reckon there'll be a leak.
Oh, of course there'll be some leak somewhere, but ultimately, on the assumption that there's not, I'm setting it right now, saying beat the Elite Four with your team, beat the champion, whatever you want to call it, and then after that, you go to the next multiple of 5 in level.
So what?
So if all your teams 40s,
go to 45.
Then you go to 45.
If it's 47, go to 50.
Exactly. At the same time, remember that the Elite Four is probably going to have level 60s, or the champion will have a level 60 or 2, but you can still beat them with a level 40 or a level 50. So when you beat the game, you go, all right, my highest level Pokemon is level 48. I beat it with that Pokemon, so the level cap is 50.
Is this for both of us, though, or is this for one of us?
This is for both of us.
Okay.
So, if you beat it and you have a Pokemon that's level 51, then we go to 55 and I do some training. It's not that big of a deal, and I don't really care if I have to grind away 2 levels or 3.
Should we set the rule that our starter has to be involved or not? Or one of our starters had to be involved or not? Because if you don't use them, then that's fine.
If you want to build any 6, take any 6 you want. I don't give a fuck.
Because remember, we get 2 starters, which is why I was saying if there was going to be a starter limit.
No. Whatever 6 Pokemon you want. At the same time, I will phrase it as, let's only do 1 Mega Evolution apiece. That way we don't try and roll ourselves over.
Excellent.
Because if you build a 6 Mega Evolution team and just Mega Evolve everybody, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, probably. So you can have Pokemon in your party that Mega Evolve for this battle. We can only do 1 Mega Evolution for the fight.
Only 1 per team.
But you can have multiple ones that can do it.
Yes. If you want to have a Lucario, a Venusaur, a Charizard, and whatever else, and one of them Mega Evolves, that's fine. It can only be 1, though.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anything else? Any other rules you'd like to go crazy establish? Are we doing item blocks here?
No, screw item blocks.
I will phrase it as it's a normal Pokemon Showdown battle where you can have whatever items you want because it's probably going to be hard as hell to duplicate them on there, so you'll probably only have 1 of each.
Give it a week. Someone will come up with a duplication glitch.
Yeah, well, it won't be that hard. You could probably buy one through the in-games, mini games, the Pokemon contests or whatever. If you do them hard enough, you can have leftovers for everybody.
This being said, did you see the EXP share thing, the new EXP share thing?
No, didn't even look at it.
Okay.
Why? What does it say?
Okay, the new EXP share thing is the Pokemon that holds the EXP share gets 100% of the experience. Every other Pokemon in your party, though, gets half of it.
Well, so let's say, for instance, I'm training my Bulbasaur with an EXP share, and I send out Charizard to battle. So the person that's in battle gets 50% of the normal experience, and Bulbasaur gets 100%.
Let's just say it this way. Say you have a Squirtle, a Bulbasaur, and a Charmander in your party, right?
Okay.
Bulbasaur's holding the item, and then Charmander kills the Pokemon, right?
Whatever.
So Bulbasaur will get 100% of the experience, and both Squirtle and Charmander, even though Squirtle wasn't in battle, will get 50% of it.
Bullshit. They would not do it like that.
Look it up.
I'm going to look. I'm going to look right now. Don't worry. Items. New attacks, updated attacks, new abilities.
This isn't a friggin' video that I saw. It was by one of 2 people. I can try to find it.
I think you're crap crazy, but I will look.
I can try to find it if you would like me to, but I'm not entirely sure which person I saw it on. So give me a moment and I'll look at it.
Okay, you look it up while I look to see. X and Y, EXP. Share. Oh, I think I found your video. I should probably mute it.
I think it was the Jay Woods one.
It could be. Hold on.
Boom.
I don't want to watch this now because I can't really listen and read. Well, I can't really listen because if I do, then it's going to go over the speakers. But I'm going to fall under the assumption, let me read here what I've got.
Here, I got the link to the video, and it starts talking about it in about 45 seconds.
Well, I can't watch it while I'm recording.
Do you have a headset on? Because you can just...
Yes, that's what you're going
just
through
listen
my
to
fucking
it.
headset. No, it'll go through my headset, and you will hear it. That's why I'm telling you I'm not listening to it right now.
Well, do you want me to listen to it and explain to it? Explain it to you.
I'm reading about it right now. Pokemon's experience gained when the opposing wild Pokemon is caught. Oh, so another good thing is you gain experience if you catch a Pokemon now if you've been fighting it.
That was announced a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. The EXP share will revert to EXP all as in Generation 1. When one Pokemon is holding the item participates in battle, all the Pokemon in the team will receive experience as well. Unlike Gen 1, the experience is not split, but rather received by all Pokemon. That means participating Pokemon receive 100% experience, while non-participating Pokemon receive 50%.
Right, I thought it was the other way around.
Okay, so as long as I throw any Pokemon into the battle, they get 100% experience from that battle. So that's better.
Yeah, well, you know what you understand why I got confused by that, don't you?
Yes.
Because it was kind of...
I understand where you got confused and what the confusion was. So essentially, as long as I flip more than one Pokemon into the battle and there's an EXP share involved, every Pokemon can get 100% of the experience. If I don't put them into battle, they only get half.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely fine. You can train your whole team up easily.
Exactly. So that's easy to set a mechanic for a level if we're going post-champion battle.
I have to say, I usually end up training at least one of my team members with an EXP share anyway, so it should be easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're crazy if you don't use an EXP share or something, or some tactic.
I never used one for Black and White and Black and White 2.
I think I did, but for the most part, most of my team was fairly even, except for when I caught my Trap Inch and I needed to get it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I caught it not at the Desert Resort, later on before you go through either the cave that looks like Kyogre or the cave that looked like Groudon, depending on which game you had.
Yep. No, I understand.
And then I had my Flygon, and it was pretty, because Flygons are cool.
Yep.
This being said, I do like Flygon. I like shiny Flygon more, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's blue and orange. Have you seen it, though? It looks really awesome.
Yeah, no, I have. So, I have now wonderance here.
What's your wonderance?
I'm sitting here. So, when you originally get your Pokemon, God help me for people who keep restarting their game until they get one. If you get a shiny, because the new way they're showing, when you first originally get, your starters, it has them pop out of their balls and sit there in front of you. Will it pop out of the ball shiny, or will you not know it's shiny till you pick it?
I don't think
because I know they were they were updating this stuff. That was one of the things they talked about.
Wait, when you choose your starter in Pearl, if you click on it and it shows the Pokemon, is it going to be shiny if you get to choose it?
No.
Then how do you know what it is until you...
You don't until you actually get it and then open it up in your Pokemon tab.
All right, so this being said, I want to ask you a serious question here. You know how back in the day, let's just say for an example here, let's go Fire Red Leaf Green. You know how back in the day, it's after you beat the game, sometimes you would reset it, but you'll never save it.
No.
So didn't you ever get bored, then reset it, but you'll play through, but you'll never save it?
No, I would always just play on my saved one.
No, because one of my friends was playing Fire Red or Leaf Green. I'm not entirely sure which one it was, and they chose Charmander at the start, and it was a shiny Charmander, but they didn't want to delete their other game.
Yep.
So they were stuck between a rock and a hard place, whether they didn't know what they were going to do.
I did that with Sonia a little bit. I had her start playing Soul Silver on my game without saving it. And then when she said, "Oh, I'm going to get this game," I went, "Okay, I will withdraw your I just left my DS running in the charger for when she wasn't playing. It was less than a day she did this.
Oh, that's right, because if you can't save it in that before you delete your game.
Yeah.
But if you trade, you have to save it before you
can't
do it.
Exactly. So I went, I can't really save your Pokemon. And she goes, "Well, what can you do?" And I was like, "Well, either way, you're not getting this one. But since you know you want it, I will just transfer all mine up to, I think, White at that point. And you can just have my cartridge. That way it'll save you money." And she's had my Soul Silver ever since.
Huh.
But it would be nice if you were able to, I would say, help people out, but I know for sure that they're going to do something like that with, like, game sharing, that kind of stuff. Like, oh, you want to try the new X and Y demo? Here, try the demo, like, try the first, area out, because they'd been talking about that, too. Again, I might be talking out of my ass. They might have changed stuff since I last read, but they were planning on doing, like, a demo thing where you could, like, get your starters and walk out into the wilderness and battle a couple of Pokemon.
How is that going to work, though, unless you buy it through the eShop? Because you wouldn't be able to, like, stick in your cartridge and have everything on there.
Exactly. You're going to have to buy it through the eShop if you do the, like, downloadable demo.
Interesting.
And at the same time, I'm really having a tough debate right now whether to do both of them through the eShop, one of them through the eShop, or both of them cartridges. Because you got to look at this reasonably. If I do, I'm getting both of them regardless. But if I get both on the eShop, I can't trade between them. Unless they're going to put in the new Pokemon boxing system where we have to pay like a subscription fee to have like a permanent cloud storage box.
You can't really trade. Well, you've got one 3DS and Sonya's got a 3DS?
And so do like 5 other people I know. I can easily go get another 3DS if I need to trade between them.
Yeah, but
which is why cartridges.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, why don't you just go one in the eShop and one via cartridge? Because then you can trade.
Yeah, but
or do both cartridges. Say if they're the same price.
You're right and you're wrong, and I'll tell you why. So doing both cartridges is easy, except for then I have to go out of my way to get said cartridges, and I have to go pre-order them somewhere, which I could have done today, admittedly, but I didn't. And that was the long debate that me and Sonya were having was, do we really want the cartridge, or do we want to just buy it on the eShop? And I was like, well, it's going to be... hang on, I will look at the date and tell you what day. So the 12th is a Saturday. So realistically, I could go on the 12th at like 6 goddamn a.m. to Walmart if I pre-order them at Walmart and just buy both of them and walk out and be happy as a lark with 2 cartridges. But if I'm lazy and I want to go at like midnight, then nothing's going to be open, but the eShop will have it up there at midnight, so I could just download it and start playing immediately and probably be through the 4th gym by the morning. But it's now they sitting there, and do I go one of two? Do I go both in the electronic? Do I go both in the cartridge? Well, what do I want out of it? If I want to be able to trade in between them, I need at least one on a cartridge, and I need another 3DS that's around. That's easy to fill with, like, Sonya or our friends or whatever. But if none of them are around in the long story future, which would be, like, once I'm done college and on my own and stuff, then I'd either have to buy a second DS, or I would have to suffer with the fact that they're stuck wherever, in which case I would love to have it on the eShop, because then it's easier for me to just go, oh, they're on the eShop, I'll just go grab them from this box and put them into the game and use them. But with that being said, if it's easily transferable, whether it's cartridge or on the eStore version, the digital download version, then I would save my time and just get them both on the digital download.
Well, as I said, why don't you just... depending on pricing, like say for example they're the same price, just do one of both.
But then I have to go get it, and I have no desire to go out just to get it.
Oh,
which is
she gonna go and get hers?
I don't know. She never told me which one she's gonna end up doing, which is the other piece of the conversation. I don't know what she's doing yet.
Huh.
So we'll see. I have not made my final decision, but at the moment I'm thinking one cartridge, one digital download. But if I have to go to 2 cartridges, that's the way I'm going to go. I'm not going to go 2 digital.
Am I willing to take my 3DS up to my game shop?
Huh?
I'm just reading, because like I clicked on Pokemon Y.
Oh, Sony did that today if you're trying to get the Palkia.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I didn't know that it was on.
Today's the last... Well,
it's too late for me. I'm a day ahead of you.
Okay.
I can get a Giratina.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can get a shiny Giratina.
Yeah, that's right. Giratina started today.
But
tomorrow.
I don't know if I'll check and see if my store, any of my local shops are involved.
I will tell you from noticing it, the level 100 Giratina, the level 100 Palkia, and Dialga...
I think that'll be really bad.
They're not that great either.
Hey,
their movesets are iffy at best.
What movesets do they have? I'm assuming Dialga has Roar Time, Palkia has Spatial Rend, and Giratina has Shadow Force.
I believe both of them have fucking Aura Sphere for some reason.
That's not a bad move. Aura Sphere's okay.
It's not bad on one of them. It's bad on the other, though.
Who's it bad on?
Let me... I think it's bad on Dialga, but I could be wrong.
No, but
Again,
no.
I gotta look. Hold on. I gotta look.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say both Palkia's and Dialga's special attacks the same.
Yeah, you're right. So Dialga has Hydro Pump, Draco Meteor, Spatial Rend, and Aura Sphere.
The other one, I'm assuming, has the same moves except for Roar Time.
Roar Time. I don't know. I'll have to look. Hold on. Let's see. This is 2013. Dialga has Dragon Pulse, Draco Meteor, Aurora Time, and Aura Sphere.
So what got replaced? Hydro Pump got replaced with Draco Meteor.
No, it got replaced with Dragon Pulse.
That's still not a bad moveset.
Dragon Pulse is fine. Garantina has Dragon Pulse, Dragon Claw, Aura Sphere, and Shadow Force.
Yeah, you see, Giratina not that much of a good attacker, though, unless you've got the Gracious Orb.
And the other piece of the problem is its stats are not built for attack either.
No,
or its stats aren't built for special attack. It's built for attack.
No, I thought the Origin form did even attack and special attack.
Yes, but the nature and stuff is built for attack.
Each nature and stuff is random.
No, not here. Here it's not.
Well, I remember like back in 08 or 09 when the Darkrai event was happening, it was random.
Yeah, for most of them it is random. This one doesn't say it's random, though.
Huh.
That might just be the website I'm looking at, but Cerebee's yet to prove me wrong on most things. But the other ones, Palkia and Dialga, both have any nature written on them. Garantina doesn't on my screen.
What's it got?
I could just be... it doesn't have one. It's just not labeled.
Well, it's not out yet, is it?
It wouldn't matter. They'd still put it... I have the Torchic up in the future, too, with everything it's going to have for when we get it on October 12th.
What is that thing going to have?
It's going to have Blazikenite, which is
I knew that.
Mega
No, I mean
Evolution
attacks.
item.
And what level are we getting at?
Scratch, Growl, Focus Energy, and Ember.
What level are we getting at? Level 10 or 15?
It will be level 10.
That's normal leveling up moves. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, and it's got the new ability Speed Boost. So
Wait, Torchic has a speed
faster.
boost?
Yes, Torchic got given the ability Speed Boost for this special event.
Huh, that's actually kind of OP.
Kind of OP is an understatement. You Mega Evolve that thing with Speed Boost, if it's going for more than one turn, that thing is going to be flying and kicking everything that moves.
This being said, is that just Mystery Gift, or do I have to go into a shop to get that?
Because
I was under the impression that was just Mystery Gift, because once again,
it's just
my local...
It's just Mystery
I was going to
Gift.
say, because once again, my local shop is not supplying these shiny dragons.
Sucker.
Pisses me off.
Come to America, live in the land of the free and the home of the Pokemon.
That's Japan.
Though that's Japan. But hey, I like the sound of that. Quote of the week right there. Land of the free and home of the Pokemon.
Well, and also, it's also America in black and white, I suppose, and then the next one's going to be France.
Yeah, fuck that, by the way. I hate the fact that they put in, like, landmarks, and they're like, oh yeah, this is exactly like this. I don't give a fuck what it looks like. I'm in here to play Pokemon and win and kill people.
Don't worry, when the Sydney Harbour Bridge comes involved,
yeah.
you can visit my house.
But yeah.
This being said, I wonder what kind of... there's obviously going to be a fairy type gym. I reckon that's established.
Oh, I will shoot myself at that gym, and I will kill it with a dragon type too, just in spite.
What do you mean? You won't be able to use dragon moves unless you can start like using bite and scratch and stuff.
I will go in there with dragon moves. I will tell you this now. If I can somehow catch a dragon type, whether it be Dragonair or fucking Dratini, Gibble, whatever, I will go in there with the dragon type Pokemon only and beat that gym just because I can.
So what I'm trying to say is dragon type moves don't affect it.
I'm not going to kill it with dragon type moves. I'm just going to go in there with the dragon.
Oh, well, that's acceptable. I was trying to say if you're going in there with dragon type moves, you're not going to be able to do anything.
I'm not sure whether they did they announce that it'll have no effect, or did they just announce that it's
Haven't
you
seen the new spreadsheet of like resistances and stuff?
No, I hadn't looked at it yet. It's up. Don't take it as I'm not seeing it. It's just I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, dragon types don't affect fairy at all.
Oh, that's just sad.
And steel has lost a lot of its resistance to other things as well.
That's not true either.
It had. Well, it's lost a bit of them, not a lot of them.
No. I'm telling you the dragon part's not up. Maybe
it is true.
Yep. No, it is true. I can't read.
And I think that ghost
is
like lost one of its resistances as well.
All right. It is what's ineffective against fairy is dark, bug, and fighting.
What's super
they're
effective
half as
against it?
effective. No, they're half as effective.
Yeah, but I'm saying what's super effective?
Super effective would be poison, steel, and that's it.
When the hell do
And
I
then
ever
dragon
use a
has no
poison or a
effect.
steel type?
Maybe they'll give us a poison steel type. I'd appreciate one.
Would you?
Yeah, I actually kind of would.
Trying to figure out what that'll look like now.
There's this with Mawile's now Steel Fairy, so at that point, the only thing it's weak against
Fighting.
would be fighting, and ground would have a better effect on it, but not a great one.
Maybe fire as well.
Let me check. Yeah, fire would have a normal effect, so it would be super effective, but it wouldn't destroy either.
See, I'm happy with the new type. It's just what they've chosen as the new type.
I'm not happy with the new type. It sucks.
You know what
dick,
I mean
just
by
like,
that, don't you? I'm happy with the new type.
Yes.
It's just what they chose as the new type kind of makes me angry.
It's just bad. They really should have just picked light. Light would have been so much easier to explain. Just be like, yep, that's our light type
Light
right
and dark
there.
affect each other. That'd be cool.
Light and dark, simple, easy to remember, and not sitting here going, I'm going to play with my little fairies.
This being said, could
Nope.
you go like
Nope.
Singzo fighting super effective on dark? Could you go psychic super effective on light?
I would assume so. I don't really care.
Then
It's just, I wish they didn't call it fucking fairy type.
This being said, when friggin' I think it's Sylveon or whatever, it's the new EV thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when that first got announced before they announced the type, I honestly thought that thing was poison.
Yeah, it did kind of look poisonous, but I bet it was dragon, and I still stand by it should be dragon. It looks more dragon-like than any of the other EVs.
So what evolutions are we missing now? We're missing normal, rock, steel,
stuff
ground.
Now, normal you could still technically count as Eevee
Right.
if you decide not to evolve.
So we'll go...
So we have fire, we have water, we have electric, we have grass.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what we're missing.
We're missing fighting, poison, ground, flying, psychic. Oh, not psychic. I lied. So flying, poison, fighting, ground,
rock,
bug, rock, ghost, dragon, and steel.
So how many types are there? 16 or 17?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 types total currently.
So there's more evolutions than there are stuff that's missing.
What do you mean?
There's 8. We're missing 9 types. Oh no, so it's half. It's half and half.
That's half. Yeah, that's exactly half. And I pray to God that they give 2 evolutions for this gen as well.
They won't.
Because, I mean, well, you got to think about it. Every year, not every year.
Every couple of years.
Every Pokemon stage has had has had an evolution that was super effective on someone else. Flareon was super effective by Vaporeon, who was super effective by Jolteon. So
cool.
Jolteon ultimately made the ultimate one there because it couldn't be hit by much. For the second gen, Umbreon and Espeon, Umbreon destroyed Espeon because it was a dark type.
Yeah, but Umbreon wasn't very good at attacking.
Yeah, that's true. For third gen, we had nothing. For fourth gen, we had
Leafeon,
ice and
Glaceon.
grass, and ice destroyed grass. So I'm assuming Fairy's going to either destroy the dragon type Eevee, or we're going to get another type of Eevee that can destroy it. So in which case that'd be poison or steel.
What the hell would that look like, though?
I have no idea, no care. I just hope it happens, so I don't have to get this stupid fairy.
This being said, I know that you're not happy with this, but I'm also wondering what the what it's going to be good at.
What do you mean?
Special attack, defense, special defense.
Oh,
speed.
special attack. No doubt in my mind. I mean, just look at the Pokemon that they've announced that are going to be changed to Fairy type. Gardevoir, Marill, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Mawile.
They changed
Yeah, I mean,
Chansey.
Mawile's
If
defensive.
they change Chansey, I'm going to kill somebody.
Oh, they'll probably change Chansey to Fairy type.
I'm going to kill somebody.
I would actually be happy if they did that, because that would remove its fighting weakness.
Would ya?
That would just make it decimatable.
Oh, yeah, you're
My
right.
Chanseys. My team of 6 Chanseys.
No, your team of 6
Go, guys, fight
your team
for
of 6
me.
Blissies.
Oh, whatever.
Subject to
I
that,
don't
I
like
missed
Blissey.
catching one of them in my friggin' Nuzlocke because I ran out of balls.
You ran out of what?
But, great balls.
Oh, balls. I thought you said bowls. I was like, why are you using bowls to catch
I had
things?
like
I'm
10,
confused.
and I got it down to red, and it just kept breaking out, and I'm like, you're a friggin' asshole.
Freak out. No,
And then, like,
spent
I sat there, and I'm
many a
like,
year-
eh.
Did you cry?
I was going
Did it make you feel bad?
And then I remembered that later on in the game you get a Happini, but I don't want to train up a Happini.
Yeah, training Happini's not very fun.
That's why I didn't. That's why the hiker's still sitting there with the egg, and it's like, yeah, I'm just not talking to you.
Yeah, you'll be there whenever I want it, but ultimately I don't want it.
Ultimately, I'm Mystic Shancy. I don't want your friggin' Happini.
Yep, I understand.
Dude, another Pokemon that like is really good defense, and if you train it the right way, it can decimate is Shuckle.
Yeah, Shuckle's great, especially if you can teach it like power swap and stuff, and you can actually use it well.
Yeah.
Problem is, most people can't use it well.
Yeah. I like Blue Shuckle, personally.
I could give a crap less. Shuckle is Shuckle.
Do you like have a preference to like many like between shinies and normal?
Nope, not really.
Huh. There's a few that
Again, some of them look
that I would
great,
like.
and some of them
I was
don't.
gonna say there's a few that I like prefer shiny. Then there's a few that I prefer normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I prefer shiny Flagon. It looks cool.
Yeah, no, I understand. At the same time, I really just shrug at them. Like, if I really like something that's shiny, then if I want, I can emulate it and just get a shiny and shrug it and just play with it on my computer.
Subject of shiny Pokemon that like can be used well. Back in like primary school or high school, one of my friends. This was like when you could clone Pokemon. They they. Like, you know how the odds of, like, finding a shiny are, like, 1 in blah, 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 blah?
67,362, I believe.
Yeah, they found a friggin' shiny Zubat. Once again, Crobat can be good if you know how to use it.
Yeah, but no one likes Crobat anymore. He's too weak. He has too many weaknesses.
Yeah, but I used the shiny Crobat
I
because, like, seeing as it was, like, easy to train up, and I liked him. He was cool. Because, like, I had one of my friends also, like, was not lucky, but lucky enough to find a shiny Tentacool.
Can we assess for the moment the new bad guy team? Team Flare?
Team Gay People.
Oh my god, that's Team Fabulous written all over it. That's what I'm going to call them. If anyone asks me, that's Team Fabulous. No, Team Fabulous. Fabulous!
Oh god.
But regardless, God.
This being said, you're going to be able to make your character look fabulous.
Oh, I'm going to totally deck mine out. Mine's going to have a cape, a top hat, and a monocle. He's going to be like the badass fucking Monopoly guy.
I wonder... Wait, I actually want to see that now.
I hope they give me a top hat. I really do.
Hopefully when we verse each other, like, we can see each other's custom sprites, and it'll look friggin' cool.
It would look funny as fuck.
I wonder if, like, every town's going to have, like, different clothes. But yeah, I have to, like, pay.
I hope
I also
not.
wonder if, like, you have to pay... Like, how are you going to pay for them?
What do you mean?
Like
they're in-game. The pictures that released so far show them in a clothing store.
Yeah, I know that, but I wonder if it's going to be like...
It won't be microtransactions.
No, I don't mean it like that. I wonder like if it's going to be like as cheap as Pokeballs, or if it's going to be like as expensive as...
Oh. Yeah, you asked this last week, and I told you at the same time. It's probably just going to be a couple $100 to $1,000 for the better stuff.
Keep in mind, you're going to be able to get a haircut as well.
Yeah, well, I could give a crap less about that. Did you see the new core and super training?
Did I say the new what now?
So they redid EV training. Yeah, I assume you know what that is. I know what it is.
Yes, it's somebody that wants to train a bunch of AVs, but yeah, keep going.
No.
I know what it is, because keep going. That was a bad joke.
Okay. I was so scared for a minute. So they announced a essentially different or better way. I'm not sure which way they're kind of phrase it, but you get to do what's called core training. And I'll read you the description. After completing the various mini-games in Super Training, which is the other one, you'll receive various trainer badges. You can take these trainer badges to increase your Pokemon's EV values. Typically, a Pokemon can increase their EV values while being in a core training session, but you can increase the stat with the training badges that you get from Super Training. So, essentially, the core training shows, like, the Pokemon that's supposed to be in core training, so they got, like, a Mewtwo in this picture, and... it shows its HP, attack, defense, speed, special attack, special defense stats, and it shows which ones it's training. So this Mewtwo that's on the screen is training its special attack, obviously, because Mewtwo is a special attacker, and it's training its speed. And it's showing the direction the EVs are going from the core training, and how far up it's going to get just off of that, like, training session, I'm assuming.
Okay, I guess hope that there's an easier way to EV train.
That is, they fixed EV training so that any idiot can do them. Because that's exactly what this is. And then Super Training, the other piece of it is, Super Training is a combination of mini-games, and in this game you will have in the various games that you have, they had one soccer one. That was the only one they showed so far.
Oh, God.
And all you do is pop soccer balls or play, like, kick soccer balls and stuff in the opponent's goal, and that boosts your stats further, apparently.
Why?
So any 5-year-old idiot can EV train his Pokemon and actually stand a chance. I'm appreciative of this, but I'm not all at the same time. I'm appreciative because I hate EV training. It takes forever to fucking do. And you gotta spend so much extra time. Oh, I got one skill point in that one. Gotta go get another fucking, not a Carbos, fucking, what lowers EVs? Whatever the item that lowers EVs is. And restart over again and make sure I don't defeat that or this doesn't go wrong. But at the same time, this is so stupidly easy. I'm going to be facing 5-year-olds who are better at EV training than I am just because they sit there playing mini-games.
Just like when you were trying to get something at speed, you just get the old rod and you just burst a bunch of magic up.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. I found the perfect patch for EV training special attack in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. It was up on the island where it was just Geodude, or no, it was just what was up on that island?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
It was like Togepi's and other things up there, and they were all special attack. So I brought my Charizard up there and just trained its special attack till there was no tomorrow. That fucker could blow. Wink.
But, like, I wonder also, like, how... Because you're going to be able to add, like, friends and crap in the game, so it's going to be interesting.
What do you mean?
Like, they've announced
like,
that, like...
friending people?
Yeah, like, so other trainers that, like, you've versed, or, like, it's, like, got it, like, the friggin' friend code and stuff. It's going to be like, hey, Jason, you're going to be able to see my progression, and I'm going to be able to see yours.
Yep. And good. It'll keep us on track in the sense of, oh, you beat the Elite Four, all right, I got to get there. So
keep in mind, I technically get the game a day ahead of you.
Technically, you don't.
Well, I do, but I don't. I'll still be playing it before you do.
No, you don't. You get it the exact same day I do at midnight. Actually, here. Let me read the official information.
You know what I'm trying to say, though, don't you? Because
you don't get any extra time with it. The time it's released for you guys is the time it's released at 8 a.m. or midnight on U.S. time. Because they made sure that everybody was getting it the exact same point.
But then,
though I don't think it's midnight our time. I think it's...
What I'm trying to say is, though, if... say, for example, we both get the cartridges, you will still have to wait roughly a day while I'll be playing it, because I'm still technically a day ahead of you.
No.
I am, because right now over here, it is the 29th, and over there it's the 28th.
No, it's currently 12:45 a.m. on 9/29 here.
Yeah, but...
So... You're already failing miserably.
What day is it
and
over there? The 28th or 29th?
The 29th of August.
But it's like roughly
September.
midnight,
Fuck.
right?
Yeah, just passed a minute ago.
Well,
you're a couple of hours. You're like 12 hours ahead of me,
fine.
I think.
I'm still going to get it before you.
No.
I will if I go
not.
to the shop and pick it up.
You can't.
I can.
That's what I'm trying to fucking tell you.
They're
releasing it at midnight in Japan time. For everybody. They don't give a fuck what time it is at your store. They're releasing it in Japan at midnight. So you can get it at, like, I don't know what the time difference between you and Japan is. I'm going to say 2 hours difference. So you'd get it at 2 a.m. your time. I would get it at 6 a.m., I think, my time.
Hang on. I'm looking this up.
Because they were everybody in Japan was bitching about it. They were just like, I'm tired of everybody in the U.S. said, I'm tired of waiting an extra day for Japan or for us to get the game from Japan because they get it released a day earlier. And so that's when, I'm not going to pronounce his name right, the head of Nintendo said, fuck it, we're giving it to everybody on the day of the 12th at the release time of 12 a.m. midnight on the 12th.
I still bet you that somehow I get it before you do.
I will tell you for 100% that I will sit out at a store till 2 a.m. if I have to get it. So you will not be getting it before me. There's no way in hell.
Are they going to midnight launch it over there? I'm jealous if they do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm not getting a midnight launch.
Oh, I'm getting a midnight launch. I'm telling you that now. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to get the game and beat the second gym before I probably get home.
I should just get all of my friends to pre-order it so I can hopefully get a midnight launch.
Well, again, this is another piece of the digital download hope. If the digital download comes up, I'm going to get it half a day early because the digital download for Japan will be up 12 hours before me, technically.
Oh, yeah, but keep in mind, each DS store's got a different region, so you can get friggin' games that I can't get.
I know, which is why I'm saying I don't know what's going to happen with the release timing, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see what games, like whether it's released on the store first, whether I can get a hard copy first, what happens. That's what I'm intrigued by. I don't know what's going to happen.
How excited are you for this game?
I'm excited to use my 3DS to actually use 3DS part of it. I mean, I'm not going to turn the 3D on, but I'm excited to see the new world, I guess.
You're excited to use your 3DS to play a 3DS game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, beyond Animal Crossing, which I love, mind you, it's just not been used.
I don't think I've played a single... I think I played like 2 3DS games, and that's it.
I've played 3 total.
I've played Super Mario 3D Land and New Super Mario Bros. 2.
I've played New Super Mario 3D, I've played Animal Crossing, and I played Mario and Luigi's Dream Team.
That ain't good. Oh, you've also played Gates of Infinity.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I've played 4.
I downloaded the demo of that last night.
Yeah, it's not... the way this was phrased is... So, in my spare time, I also like to write reviews for Pokemon stuff, if you didn't know that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, well, not many people do, because I just write them on, like, sites that I'm on. So, like, I occasionally will write one on, like, the IGN forums. I'll write one on Cerebi.
You don't get paid for it, though, do you?
No,
Why
I
do
just
it?
write them because people like to know these things, and getting publicity is never a bad thing. Anyway, so I would have written one for Gates to Infinity, but IGN gave it like a score of like 4 out of 10, which was awful, and I agree with them. Yes, it's not great. You only get to play as like 5 characters, essentially. You only get to pick from the new starters, Pikachu, and like 2 others.
Isn't it like Axel and something else?
Yeah, it's like Axew, Pikachu,
The 3
Tepig,
starters.
The 3 starters, and I think there's one other as well.
Just chuck me out in there.
No, it's not Meowth, but you're pretty close. It's just a random Chuck, I think.
Would have been cool if they did just chuck me out in there.
It might be Eevee.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I wonder how you go about evolving it.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Well, that'd be like a very difficult game to play with just a friggin' Eevee.
Not really.
Did you play the Ranger games?
Yes, it did.
Did you like them?
No. I don't like spinning a top around things and wasting my bloody time.
Was there only 2 of them, or was there 3? Because I only remember playing the first one, and then the one that was like Darkrai.
I think there's 3 in total.
Well, not the third one was.
I've only played 2.
I'm gonna look up Pokemon Ranger on eBay now.
Okay. Wait, I can tell you right here. I've got them. I got 1 Ranger.
Guardian Signs was the other one.
I got Shadows of Ultima, Guardian Signs.
What the hell was Guardian Signs? I never even heard of it.
That's the newest one, I think.
I stand by what I originally asked.
No, I've played 2 of them, that's it. I have no idea. And at the same time, they weren't great. As I said, they were just let's spin a top around stuff and pretend we're cool by helping the Pokemon save the world. Nope. Couldn't give a fuck about the world.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, I guess I say that jerk-like, but I really couldn't care less. I find more fun in training Pokemon endlessly and grinding than I would spinning a top around them, hoping that I can get them into this top.
Yeah, and then if they touch it, it like F's it up, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, and you got to start all over again. You just sit there spinning the stylus in your hand, going, "This fucking sucks."
I never finished that game.
Yeah, I didn't. I got to the point where I could get Manaphy off of it, or Thenoon, or whatever the Pokemon was at that point, and transferred it over to a game, and then stopped entirely.
Look, we've been going for about an hour. Do you want to wrap this up soon?
Sure, we can wrap up. That's fine by
Not
me.
yet, but like in a little bit.
Okay. Well, I will. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I'm excited for X and Y. Don't take it as I'm not, but there are a lot of things I'm still waiting for them to fix, work out, or answer.
Yeah, as I was trying to say before, though, I mean, hopefully it doesn't ruin it for me like Black and White 1 did.
Ruin what?
Like, my expectations.
Oh, I would always expect your expectations to go under. That's the unfortunate part of this is no matter how much we hope that they go hard, like they give a hardcore Pokemon player the game they always wanted, they're for sure not going to be able to do it. Why? Because they always have to they also have to have the publicity for little children so that they sit there and they go, I want that game, Mommy, buy it for me. That's where they get the majority of their sales. They don't get it from the hardcore gamers. They get it from the new little kids. And if that's the case, they have to make the game easy, fun, and exciting for them. And for us, it's chefs.
Would you have been fine if they chucked out, like they announced X and Y but didn't put any trailers out for it?
No,
like they said,
the trailers.
Like
they
say,
they give.
there's X and Y, new type, chuck up the new shot, and then like just leave it at that and say when the game's coming out.
No, I mean I'm appreciative again of all like the features and stuff. Like Mega Evolutions, as shitty and as Digimon like they are, they're pretty cool. Digimon, like I like the idea behind them. Shut up.
Friggin' love Digimon.
But at the same time, some of this stuff is just sad. It just makes me sit there and go, well, that's just kind of dumb. Or, well, why did you go this way with this instead of why didn't you go a fourth evolution? Like, a couple of these guys get a fourth evolution instead of forcing them to be stuck with a weird ball of orb that gives them extra power for a couple of turns.
Digimon,
actually, it's not a couple of turns. They announced they announced that it's going to be for the duration of the battle. Once you Mega Evolve, it stays Mega Evolved.
I figured that was the case. I didn't even look that up. I was just guessing that was the case.
I figured it was going to be like a 5-turn thing, like the rain.
Nah.
But, c'est la vie. So I don't know. I mean, I'm appreciative and I'm not. And I hope that they make it more gamer-oriented and not child-oriented, but I know they're not. So, as usual, I'm excited and depressed about it all at the same time.
Okay, so 2 more things that I want to go over before we wrap this up. Did you listen to the new RT podcast?
Yes.
So, did you hear how they said that the Ruby DVD shipped?
Yes.
What? Alright, I'm taking that of one of 2 ways. Number one, it shipped to the shops, and then because...
No. Oh, I can answer your question because you're going to assume 15 different things. They've gotten all the Ruby footage.
I said I was taking this one of 2 ways.
Yes, and I'm solving the problem by just explaining to you. They've taken all the Ruby footage that's going to go onto the DVD with, I assume, some extras and some other here nor there stuff, and they shoved it onto a DVD, a disc, a tape, a hard drive. I don't know what they put it on. And they sent it out to the company that makes the DVDs to go, here's all the info, make the DVD, and have it ready for us to ship for this date.
I thought that because it said it shipped, it had already shipped.
No, God, no. Why would it have shipped if they have like 15 episodes or how many episodes left in the season?
Well, we're up to episode 11. There's 5. It's supposed to be ready to go. It was supposed to be released on, I think, like
November
the 12th
something, right?
of November or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But
So on that assumption, they still have like 5 or 6 episodes to go. They can't obviously put it out this early, or people have 5 episodes up online, and Rooster Teeth will lose a ton of social media off of it. I guess I'd phrase it as, because it's technically free.
I'll still watch it. It's free anyway.
Yeah, again, it's technically free, so they're looking for the ad money, and they're looking for whatever other money they can get out of Ruby. And, I mean, beyond the DVD sales, which are probably pretty good, I don't know yet right now. They don't put out numbers, so I can't look.
Okay,
but I would assume that they are good to go with whatever they're doing.
Oh my god, I found your girlfriend's perfect shirt.
The boob
Yeah,
shirt?
I just saw it.
Alright, spoiler alert, I already bought that the night it came out, and it's being shipped to my college in a couple days.
That's pretty freaking cool, man. But what was I going to say?
Oh, no. It's going to be bad. I'm going to give her the shirt. Yeah, and she did it tonight. She went up and booped my... Here's your girlfriend story, your quick one. She went up and booped my nose tonight, and she's like, boop. And I was like, you're going to love my gift. And she goes, you got me a gift? Does it have to deal with booping your nose? And I was like, nope. And she goes, damn it. And then she just walked away, and I was like, you have no idea. And it's going to be great.
All right, so as I was going to say, a couple more things that I wanted to go over before we end. Number one, that was one of them, because I don't know. See, it's weird here, because I can only get RVB at one place. Mm-hmm. And I can't buy RT Shorts. I have to order that from the computer as well. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to order Ruby, which I already have, or whether I'm just gonna be able to go into the shop where I get RVB and buy Ruby the day it comes out.
I would bet that they don't have it the day it comes out.
They've got RVB the day it comes out.
I would bet they don't, just on a base logic that it's a new project or a new. What word am I looking for?
Let's just go with anime.
It's new, and they don't know what the sales records for it are going to be. once they produce all the digital sales records to whoever, where do you buy it from? Out of curiosity.
JB Hi-Fi. You don't know what that is.
Okay, sure. Whatever Australian version of a DVD kind of place is.
No, it's like it's pretty much a shop where I can get movies, games.
Okay.
But it's only like one place in town.
Kind of like a Best Buy.
Yeah, but it's only like one place in my town that I can get it from.
Okay.
Unless I do a special order, which I
assumption,
can't be bothered doing.
Yeah, no, I got you. Under that assumption, I would assume they wouldn't have it day of just because they don't know what the sales records of it are going to be. And as soon as they see that, everybody's buying it online, we might as well stock it in the stores, well, they'll probably get some.
Because like I said, I can't get RT shorts there, which is kind of stupid, but...
Well,
the only one I've ever found that wasn't ordered in was just like a random copy of RT Shorts Season 1. And it'd been sitting there for ages. I'm just like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yep. That's why I just watch them all online. Did I tell you? I have one quick thing to bring up. Side note. So my sponsorship ran out the other day.
I haven't had one for ages, but I've been able to watch sponsored screenings.
Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't have said that. Now they're just going to revoke yours, you
They're
idiot.
not going to listen to this, so I'm absolutely fine.
I'm going to post it and force Adam to listen to it, and he's just going to be like, fuck.
An asshole.
Shout out to Adam. I love you, buddy.
Please don't. I actually get out of bed to watch sponsor screenings of stuff. Please don't.
Anyway.
It's my alarm on friggin' Tuesdays and Fridays.
Shut up. So I tried to go on there and watch the latest episode of Ruby, actually, I think it was. And it stopped me, and it goes, "You're not a sponsor." And I was like, "What do you mean? PayPal's just automatically supposed to take the $10 off of my card."
$10.
And so I go looking at PayPal, and they don't have anything necessarily that's wrong. There's nothing showing as an error. And I'm looking back, and I was like, is there something wrong with the sponsorship page? So it's like I sat there, and I asked no one because I was in the middle of class, and I didn't really have time to sit around and talk. But apparently, I guess after a year, you buy sponsorship twice, once to start with. And I started mine September 27th, 2 days ago.
Oh, well,
a year
come
ago.
on.
A year and 2 days
I got
ago.
stuff to do.
Oh, shut up. And it's like 6 months from then, it sent me a notification saying, we charged PayPal another $10 for your next 6 months.
It did that for me as well, but it never renewed the third time. And that's why I don't
Yeah, mine never renewed the third time either. So I guess you're right. I guess it does have to be redone yearly.
But as I said, if you have the same glitch that I have, I can still get into everything that sponsors can.
No, I don't have the same glitch. I was not allowed into the sponsor screening. I couldn't watch any of the podcasts and stuff online.
Interesting. I wonder why I can then.
Because you's a bitch.
Then again, I haven't tried watching the live stream. I've only tried watching the sponsor screenings of Ruby and RVB.
That's all I've been doing too. And it wouldn't let me. So either you've got a good glitch, it's been paid for and you don't know about it, or Adam's about to get on your ass.
If it had been paid for, then it would say that I'm a sponsor.
True. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not Adam. I don't have control over this crap. Anyway, what's the next thing? We got to wrap this up.
You've thrown me off what I was going to say, but let's just end.
Okay. Wow, that's kind of brutal. Okay. Well, as always, guys, do we have any questions? I guess I should ask that question first.
No, we don't, but as I said, I've got things to do.
Okay. You got things to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Ask us questions. I have not had to give dating advice yet, and I think it's better for everybody. But if you want some dating advice, feel free to ask. I've got lots. And with that, we will talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.